Hi guys, welcome. My name's John, and so I want to start off kind of slowly, and then I'm going to go through more of the content. When I start, I wanted to have a little bit of a discussion because I don't really know this organization. I don't know a lot of you guys, or pretty much any of you. So I want to get a good understanding of why you kind of came tonight and what the thinking was when you saw this title. What was the purpose that you were thinking about, or how did you think this could maybe help you in what you do or in your business? So let's roll on a bit. First of all, social media, right? There's all these different things. You've probably recognized some of these logos. Maybe you use some of these, maybe you don't. But these are all the different tools, yeah? And we could talk about that. We could also talk about stuff like 1010 Global. Has anybody heard of 1010 Global? They had a campaign where people did carbon cutting pledges. And they got over 115,000 worldwide. We could talk about stuff like Charity Water. Anybody heard of them? Okay, cool. They did a Twestival, which is they use Twitter plus Vimeo videos plus Facebook pages, and they created real-world events, and they've raised $250,000, clean water for over 17,000 people. We could talk about that. We could talk about things like a tweet-a-thon, a 12-hour charity event where they had live video broadcasts with people tweeting, where they raised money and awareness for Water is Life. Those would be campaigns. We could talk about how to do a social media campaign, right? We could talk about that. Or we could talk about something like, what's this? Anybody know what that is? It's a virus, right? We could talk about how to create a viral video, how to make a video that you put out and then you just move through the web and you just get millions of views on your business or your organization. We could talk about that. Anybody seen the viral videos out there? I don't know if you've seen this and you're laughing, right? It's just the kids singing this song for like 4 minutes and it's millions of views. We could talk about how to make a video like that. We could talk about making viral videos. We could talk about mission, messaging, and brand, and all this kind of stuff. And we can make a flow chart, and we could really get a really good understanding of a social media marketing strategy. But we're not going to talk about any of that stuff tonight. Because what I want to talk about is what I'm actually passionate about. I'm okay at this kind of stuff. I'm not an expert, like the best in the world and all this kind of stuff, but I'm okay at it. But what's really important to me on a kind of a real personal level, and what the message that I try to get across is something a little bit different. It's about a way of thinking about social media. For me, this is the most important thing. If you engage with the social media with the right way of thinking, that is how you make it work for you. Now, what do you trust more? This or this? Which one? Raise your hand for this one. Okay, okay, and raise your hand for this one. Okay, good, that's what I'm talking about. Right, yeah, of course you trust this more. Why? We trust the person, right? Yeah, exactly, yeah. More than a brand, you trust a human, you trust a friend, somebody you have a relationship with, assuming they know each other, right? Because, yeah, we trust our friends. It's because, so this is the whole kind of mindset shift with social media. Now it's really tempting when you look at social media and you see there's all these people using social media and they're engaged and they're out there and they're just waiting to hear my advertisement or they're waiting to be told about my message. And it's very tempting to just take that whole medium and just be like, look at me, just the same way with marketing, or here's my really, perfect message for you, the masses. But that's not how social media works really well. The way that social media works really well is the way that socializing works really well. For those of you who have raised your hand earlier that had some kind of business that came through meeting somebody in real life, did you, on some level, whatever this word is, on some level, make friends first? Yeah? Yeah, of course you did. And then make them clients or some kind of business second. Social media can and does work the best when you do it the same way. Make friends first on social media. Not just connecting, like click, I'm your friend, like somebody was saying earlier about not just being connected, but actually really connecting. It was you, yeah? Making like a real connection first. So in a sense, this is what I'm going to be talking about today. Social skills for social media. How to really connect with people. Because human connection is better than branding. Would you guys agree with that? Human connection is better than branding? It's stronger than branding on a one-to-one basis. So we make more friends, right? We make more friends. And when I say to you guys, Just need to go make more friends online. Be honest with me. Do some of you think, well, what does that mean? I don't know if I want to make. How many of you guys, okay, how many of you guys said that before you signed up for Facebook, or even if you have it now, Facebook for me is just for my real friends? Raise your hand. A couple of you? Okay, okay. Some of you are like, well, I don't want anybody to see me. It's a social media event. I'm supposed to be kind of forward thinking, but yeah, okay. So some of you, how many of you, now I'm curious, how many of you 3 to 5 years ago said that I won't join Facebook, I don't need that? Raise your hands. Okay, cool. Keep your hands up, keep your hands up. Put your hand down if you are now on Facebook. Okay, good. All but one, maybe. Cool. Just curious. So things are changing, right? And things change faster than we change inside our mind. So the idea, when I use the word friends, sometimes if you get a little bit of a like, I don't know about making more friends on the internet and stuff, well, we just have to think, well, that's because of how we're representing the word friend in our mind. Now, I'm not saying you make friends with the whole world, but you can make friends with more people. You could have, like my friend Noam here, maybe 1 million friends. But how do you think about friends? Because it's just an important kind of side point. How do you think about friends? You know, you're in the middle and you have your close friends, your family, some other friends. But I didn't draw this, by the way. I found it on the internet. Your acquaintances, strangers, and enemies. So your friends online will fall somewhere in here. And the more you connect with them, just like offline, the closer they're going to get. And just because they're a friend on your social media platform doesn't mean that they're necessarily the same as what you might call a friend day to day. So maybe it's obvious for somebody. I just need to throw that out there. And this isn't just something that I want you to get. It's something that the platforms are starting to get. Anybody recognize this logo yet? Google Circles, right. Circles are about putting friends in different circles because, you know, I don't want my close friends to see all the same stuff that I want everybody to see. Facebook is getting it too. They're bringing this more to the forefront, the Facebook kind of lists. So how much time does it take to make a friend on the internet? Is this going to take like hours and hours? Well, let me ask you something. When you go to a party, a cocktail party, some socializing event, how long does it take you to connect with a human being on some level? How many minutes?
Depends on the person.
Sure, it depends on the person. Yeah?
I would say about 10 minutes on average.
10 minutes on average? Okay. Anybody else? Is that about right? 5 or 10 minutes. Yeah, okay, not that long, right? Facebook is a party. Social media is a party. You can be meeting people, spending 5 or 10 minutes, connecting with people all the time. That's not that much time, is it? Imagine if you went to a party, just stop by, spend 30 minutes there every night. How many, if you did this in real life, for the people that have met people in real life, if you went out every night to a social event and you met people, how much would your business, your fundraising, your organization increase? Huge, right? And this opportunity is out there for you through social media. Now, people sometimes say, well, it's not like a real friendship, right? Well, they said that about the phone, like it's not really about talking to somebody. You need to see them face to face. I don't want to just hear their voice. And we say this about lots of technology as it comes out. But the truth is, the people that are mostly here kind of get the fact that internet can be used as a first step towards meeting people in a deeper context, or if it's just an internet business where you never actually meet your clients offline, then it doesn't necessarily need to become more of a face-to-face physical meeting.